within a different audience, but within the same niche, the whole thing. So
Absolutely. Cool. So you nailed it. If you have two different things that are unproven running at the same time, how do you know what affected ad performance? So you said that bang on. So you're right. This is
right.
not the ideal testing format. So let's set up an ideal testing format here. So the overarching premise of split testing is that, first off, if I just put out one ad versus putting out two ads, I have something to at least compare it with. Is A going to work better than B? Is red going to work better than blue? So that's the premise behind split testing, is that we can compare results. Now, what we want to have is we're trying to get as many things to be controls as possible. So if we're testing video 1, 2, 3, 4, we want to test all of those inside of an audience that has been the best performer for us so far. So for example, do you have an example of an audience that has worked well for you in the past?
So it's kind of my first time doing ads for like affiliate marketing and with full stack right now. So specifically, I had two ads for the BLC, and
Okay,
then the other two were for full stack accelerator. So I was
got it,
kind of wanted to see like, all right, which BLC ad was better, and which accelerator ad was better.
got it.
And I did a different audience for all four, targeting the making money online niche, but different one for each one. I'd have to go into my, well, that was the other question I had too, was like looking in the columns on Ads Manager, because I ran them for 4 days and I have the data, but I'm like, what am I what do I exactly want to look at within the Ads Manager columns that tells me, okay, that did the best.
Got it. Okay,
Um,
those are good
Not to
questions.
trail off into another question on you, but
Just
um,
so what data? Okay, so first, I just want to put I just want to put the structure out here for this campaign. Okay.
okay,
So we've got, you were saying like the make money niche essentially. So one of those interests are affiliate marketing. So I just want to give a bit of context
right,
on here. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So what we're talking about here is the targeting. So if we're targeting people who might have an interest in the full stack affiliate offer, we might target people who have an interest in affiliate marketing. Okay.
right,
And what Steven said is that, as an example, this has been a top performing interest so far based on some of the metrics. And so inside of this, we want to have 4 videos. Okay. We're going to have video BLC video 1 and 2, and then full stack video 1 and 2. So we're going to have 4 ads in here. Essentially what that's going to look like, it's going to look like this. It's going to duplicate this out. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and we would upload each of the videos. And so this ad right here would represent BLC video 1. This ad right here would represent BLC video 2. And this one would be full stack video 1. Okay.
okay,
Video 2. Okay. Whoops. Full stack video 2. So now when I go ahead and target affiliate marketing, we're comparing the same thing. I'm going to see how all these videos performed to the same audience so that the only unknown variable is which video works best. Okay. Now, what I would probably do is I would, instead of testing it with one audience, I would probably test it with 3 audiences. So for example, if you have maybe a $10 a day ad budget, then I would split these by $3 each. Okay. The first one was affiliate marketing. Maybe people who are interested in affiliate marketing might be interested in this. Maybe people who are interested in digital marketing might be interested in this. Okay. And so we are going to put it out into our 3 either best performing audiences or the ones we think are going to have the best chance at doing well. And so now our videos get tested into 3 likely winning audiences, and then we'll be able to see which video performed the best. So it's Similar
Awesome.
to what we
Okay.
did, and what we're doing is we're making sure that the audiences are the same. So every video goes to each audience.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that definitely clears it up a lot.
So yeah, that clears things up a little bit.
Yeah, so when you in the very beginning when you like duplicated, so were you duplicating within the ad set? You were duplicating ads? I didn't know you could like go within the ad set and then like, you know,
Yeah,
duplicate and have four different ads within one ad set.
yeah, absolutely. And then exactly. So I just went here, I just duplicated right here. And then when I went to duplicate the audience, as soon as I duplicate this audience here, it's going to keep
Right.
all the same video. You can see all the videos are already there. So now it's a very easy way of keeping all of our same videos and now just testing into different audiences.
Oh, okay, because I had all separate campaigns and ads, and then I had all new ad sets for each one. It was like, okay,
And this would probably be like a creative test. So inside of this campaign, we're testing creatives and we're seeing which video works best. Right. And then what you're going to see
right,
at
okay,
the end of this test is you're going to see. So the way you would look at the results from this is you don't necessarily need to look at how did the videos perform in this one, in this one, in this one. What I would do is I would actually look at which videos, like you look at them as a whole. So I'm going to look at in all of these audiences, which one performed the best. And the easiest way to start looking at that is just to sort by amount spent.
okay,
And you'll see which one spent the most and likely will have your leads and your sales. So you just start at the very top, which one spent the most, and then you'll likely start to see patterns. So what I tend to see is that there's a pattern that, FS video one was the top performer in all of the targeting. So it's a very obvious, whoa, okay, video one in all of my audiences where it was actually the top one. So now I know my clear winner.
right, okay. So you're saying, okay, so to know which one was the best was through the amount spent. That's the best place to look to know which ad did the best.
Yeah, so let me give you a quick example here. I'm going to go to a
Because that's what I was confused on too, is like CPM, like cost per 1,000 impressions, and then like
yeah.
CTR, like click through rate, like because I see those percentages and I'm just like, huh, what am I exactly? I'm
So
like, is the
this is
highest
probably,
percent the best?
yeah, so this is probably going to be an important there's a few important columns here, and we do touch on this later in the course, so it is recorded
Okay,
for us, but I'll touch on it right now as well. So let me start at the top here. The most important metric, so most important data, okay? At the very top, the most important one is your ROAS, is how much was returned on your ad spend. So how much did you make on the amount that was spent? That's the ultimate thing that really matters the most. And then before
right,
that, we need to look at CPA. So CPA is your cost per acquisition or the cost to acquire a customer. Okay, so how much does it cost to acquire a customer? Okay. Now, a lot of times your customer, there's something that happens before they become a customer. So I'm going to use the full stack affiliate offer as an example, because at the end of the day, we are all products of the affiliate, of the full stack marketing funnel. And so we can use that as an example because we've already been through that as we became full stack members. Okay. So before you
yeah,
become a full stack member, you will have attended maybe a BLC webinar training. Okay. And before that, you would have opted in as a lead. And before that, you would have clicked a link on an ad. And before that, you would have stopped on the ad to read it. So this is the very
Right.
first thing that happens, and then everything after that also needs to happen to get to the very end. Okay.
Yes.
So what that tells us is the metric that we need to follow to see how many people are stopping on our ad and reading it in the first place is a metric called CTR all. Okay. So
Okay.
we'll see it in this column here, CTR all. So I would definitely write this down or screenshot this as we're following along here. This tells me how many people are stopping and paying attention to my ad. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So you look at CTR all. The next thing we need to look at is of the people that are stopping and paying attention to my ad, how many people are clicking on it? And the metric to see how many people are clicking on it is called CTR link, or it's also called cost per click, or CPC.
Okay. Yep. Right.
When I look at my data here inside the Facebook Ads Manager, it says CTR link click-through rate. And then I also have this one right here that is CPC, cost per link click. Okay.
Gotcha. Yep. I have that all. Yes. Perfect.
And then we have the lead. So that I don't think in this one I have lead. You can customize these columns. If you click on this one right here, it'll likely say performance when you log in. But if you come down here to
Right.
customize columns, you'll be able to, remove some of these. You can delete them. You can add in lead and select it like this. You can add in
Right.
all. So you can customize it exactly what we're talking about here. Okay.
Right.
And so you would look at lead. This one would be purchase. So these are the metrics that we would be looking at here. So for example, this one is either going to show up as it's going to say results, or it'll just say purchases in your Facebook Ads Manager. So if I go here, I can either type in and search for results, or I'll type in and search for purchases. And these will tell me how many people purchased and at what cost.
Gotcha. Okay. Right. This is clearing everything up. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And so I'm going to give you one more thing. It's a bit more of an advanced thing, but we're already down that rabbit hole. So
Right.
what you're going to start to realize is that there's conversion rates that are needed at each step in order for it to make sense at the very end. So for example, if it makes the most sense, if your business is profitable when you bring in a $1,000 like full stacked full member, okay, then we're going to see that a certain number of the people that for your affiliate offer have registered for the webinar training. So for example, maybe it costs $200 to acquire a BLC buyer. And in order to get a $200 BLC buyer, maybe we need a $20 cost per lead. Okay. And these are based on just the numbers that you'll see in your business here. So